privilege of meeting this lovely lady to my left several years ago because of something unique she did. And now I'm so thrilled to welcome Miss Suzanne Woods to our fold. She's going to be one of our regulars. Suzanne, welcome.
Thanks.
Now, let me tell our audience how we hooked up. A number of years ago, and you know where I'm going with this. A number of years ago, I found out that you started a ladies-only beer drinking club of Philadelphia, which is called IPA In Pursuit of Ale, yes?
True.
Tell us how that developed. How did you start a beer drinking club?
Well, I had been drinking better beer for a while and hanging out with a lot of gentlemen that did, but didn't really have too many female friends that were drinking good beer. I was waiting tables at the time, actually, at a Belgian restaurant, and a couple young ladies came in, and instead of ordering just the stereotypical Stella Artois, Lef, Hoegaarden, they were drinking pretty good beers. They were drinking a Rogue Morimoto, Polliner Salvatore, and a Celebrator as well. I was like, oh, these girls are drinking double box. I want to hang out with women that drink good beer all the time. And I think it was just about 5 days later, 12 of us met up at Ludwig's Beer Garden.
Now, what I've seen, I'm involved with the Atlantic City Beer Festival, and we're seeing more and more women who are really getting into craft beers. Do you find that to be the case as well?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I think that, beer's become romanticized through different glassware, which is kind of cool. There's so many different flavors. There's such a spectrum that sometimes when women realize that beer exists beyond that American light lager, they realize that, beer can taste like chocolate or peaches or get into lambics. Pair it up with food, which changes the experience entirely. But I definitely would say that, we're not quite at the European numbers right now, where I think about a third of the beer drinkers, if you go over to England, are women. We're not there yet, but it's on the rise.
So I got to ask you this: how many guys have wanted to join your club?
A lot, tons.
And what do you tell them?
Well, I tell them we have mixers. We do mixers about 4 times a year, and the ladies are welcome to bring their gentlemen, or any gentleman can come. And sometimes there's actually more guys that show up than women.
It's really more than just, when you have club meetings, it's more than just sitting around and drinking beer. I know you've actually given them assignments, you've given them articles to read, correct?
Yeah, I've given them articles to read. I've actually went through the BJCP program, so I did the 10-week course to become a certified beer judge. Haven't taken my test yet, but I actually copied worksheets once. I made all the women fill it out, and I gave, I think, like Garrett Oliver's Brewmaster's Table book to whoever I thought had the best answer. We've done some food and beer pairings. We did a beer and cheese pairing. We did a really fun event at Bella Vista Beverage in South Philadelphia, where the owners, Chris and Jordan Fitzalles, talked about the beer industry, the 4-tier system of Pennsylvania, and what goes on behind the scenes. And that was really cool because a lot of people don't realize what happens from the moment the beer is kegged till you have the pint in your hand.
Absolutely. Now, in addition to the club, you're also involved in the beer business on a full-time basis as well, correct?
That is correct. I work for a great craft brewery out of Royersford in Phoenixville, Pennsylvania. It's called Sly Fox. So I'm, I think, the only person that works for the brewery that doesn't work at the brewery. So technically I'm director of sales, but my business card says Beer Lass.
So you're really spending a lot of time out on the road, too.
Yeah, I've got the 5 counties and, a little bit of New Jersey. High Street Grill is, one of our supporters. And now we're doing really well up in New York. So I head up to New York every couple of months for a different beer dinner or tasting. And
we're going to bring you on the show every so often, hopefully as much as possible. And you're going to be talking about some very unique topics. Give us, let's say, one thing that you want to talk about.
Okay, I'll be popping in. We'll talk about, beer and health. We'll talk about, I'm going to show up around Oktoberfest time and talk about some of my favorite Oktoberfest beers. Let's see what else. Beer and fitness. I think there's a new trend, especially in Philadelphia right now, where there's actually a bike group. It's a group of cyclists that only bike to beer destinations. And they take it easy. They only have a pint or two, get a bite to eat, and they bike back. But it's really, they have their love of cycling and their passion for beer, and they've made a group out of it. So.
Well, Suzanne, I'm so thrilled to have you here. I mean, these guys know I've been wanting to have you to join our team for a long time. I'm so thrilled that we can have you do a great job. You're so well known throughout the Delaware Valley. And you're writing for Ale Street News, correct? One of the, obviously, the largest beer journals, if you will, in the country.
Yeah, I'm the Philadelphia correspondent for Ale Street News. And actually, I do a column every 3 weeks for Philadelphia Weekly. It's called the Beer Last Mix of 6. And I suggest 6 beers from the foodery and think about a life occasion of why you should drink that beer. Your bike gets stolen, what beer do you want? Your car gets booted, what do you want to drink? It's kind of fun.
It's going to be fun. Thanks for joining us. We're looking forward to your reports, and we're going to try some great Sly Fox beers tonight, right?
Absolutely.
And we got something you're going to be doing shortly, too.
Yes.
Can't tell anyone yet. Okay. And that's it with Suzanne Woods.